everyone. 안녕하세요. Hello, it's Keijin. 안녕하세요, Keijin입니다. So today we are going to talk about quotes about language learning. This sounds very difficult, but actually it's not, because we are going to practice reading in Korean. So let's start it very soon. Hello, Brent. Beyond the Scene, Chimchimi. Wow. You have same name as our Chimchimi. And Jenjo. 안녕하세요, Jenna. Thank you for your comment every week. And I don't know why it's deleted, but thank you. I still appreciate that. And oops, Chimchim, please stand up. Chimchim is tired, so he's trying to sleep, but stand up. Okay, phew. Okay, so we will start it very soon. 안녕하세요, 세사르. 안녕하세요, Kristen River. Oh, by the way, Jenjo is Chimchim, not Jimjim. Jimjim. So, how are you guys? Hello, Wahida on Facebook. How are you guys? It's getting very, very cold, so be careful. Cold. Yeah, be careful. It's very cold. So take care of yourself and drink lots of hot water. And Alondra and Janesia, Aida, Karina. 안녕하세요. Oh, that's cute. And Eric Zunda. Greeting from Argentina. That's very far. Okay, so let's start. Ta-da! Well, I told you today we are going to practice reading Korean, and if you don't know the Korean alphabet, it must be very, very tough, right? That's why we prepared. Ta-da! This is Hangul practice worksheet. What is Hangul? Hangul is the Korean alphabet. Hangul. So what can you do with this practice book? Well, of course you can practice. Ta-da! This is the list of Korean alphabet Hangul. And yes, you can practice writing. And also, there are Korean vocab quiz like this. You can practice reading and vocab quiz. So check it out. This is completely free, and you can download it by clicking in the link in the description. If you're on YouTube, the link will be here, and if you're on the Facebook, link will be, where is it? Here or here? Here, I think. So please check it out. It's completely free, and you can find my 20 minutes Hangul video on the page. So check it out. So learn the Korean alphabet. That will be the first thing you need to do if you want to learn the Korean language. 안녕하세요. It's Punky, Gemma, Ariana, Jano, Whole Moon, Moonchild, Melody Sir, BTS, Viminkook, Paula, Gaps, Mehami, Gigi, and then Yaj, Joyce, 안녕, Elizabeth, Cora, okay, and Flaming Yogi. 안녕하세요, 안녕. So let's start. Ta-da! Would you suggest someone to study a Korean language? Well, why not? And there are countless reasons, but perhaps the biggest one of all is that it could actually change your life. Do you agree with it? Actually, I learned English and Japanese, and that changed my life. For example, because I speak English, now I can communicate with you guys, right? Of course, if you can learn Korean, then we can talk in Korean too, and you can make even more Korean friends. So, yes, I totally agree with you. And today we are going to talk about some quotes about Korean learning, language learning. It will be very good for you to have them, because that will motivate you to learn Korean language harder next year. You need some motivation because it's the end of the year, right? Hello, Ikes and Kelly, Jordy, and It's Punky. Oh, I mentioned you before. And I love these days because it's Korean Learning Day. Yay! That's true. Thursday 1 p.m. in Korean time is Korean Learning Day as usual, right? Okay, so let's start. So what is 명언? 명언 in Korean. 명언, it literally means 명, popular or famous. On is word, is popular words, famous words. So in English it can be quote or saying. 명언. 플립 안녕하세요. 플립 씨. And Joshua 안녕. And today we are going to learn some quotes about language learning. In Korean is 언어 공부에 대한 명언. Well, I don't think you will actually write the 명언 quote yourself, but you will be mostly reading the Korean quotes. So today will be very good Korean reading practice day. And May, 안녕, and Chloe, Remonin on Facebook, and Zaldi, 사디아길, 안녕하세요 on Facebook. So 언어 means language, 언어 means language, 공부 means studying or learning. So 언어 공부 means language learning or studying language study. 에 대한 means about, and 명언 is quote. So it just means the same as this, quotes about language learning. So let's learn 언어 공부에 대한 명언 today. Oops, sorry. It's sound effect. How was it? So, okay, so the first quote I'm going to introduce is this. 새로운 언어는 새로운 삶이다. 새로운 언어는 새로운 삶이다. Well, if you see this sentence, it might be very difficult. So let's learn the pattern first. This is actually very simple pattern, but you just need to get used to it. Ta-da! A is B. It's very simple. I think this is the most common sentence pattern you will learn. You need to learn. So A is B is A, 는, B이다. So these are basically the same. Okay, so there is two particle, 은 or 는. When can you use 은 and when can you use 는? So for example, if the last syllable of this part ended with vowel, well, actually, consonant, then you use 은. If the word, the last syllable of this word is ended with vowel, you use 는. What does this mean? Okay, for example, student is 학생 in Korean. 학생. Can you see this? The last syllable is this, right? 학생. And then 학생, it ended with sound, right? 학생. Right? So it ended with consonant. So you are gonna use this one. For example, language is 언어, right? 언어. Can you see this? 언어. The last syllable of this word is right? It ended with vowel, right? the vowel. So you're gonna use 는. So this is very important particle, and you're gonna choose 은 or 는 based on the last syllable of the word coming here. Okay. And then you just need to say 이다, 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 이다. But another grammar. if this be the last syllable of this word ended with vowel, then you can omit e. But it's totally fine if you want to use e. That's totally okay. But in lots of Korean sentences, some Korean people omit this part, so either is fine. That's why I omitted this. But basically, A is B is A, 은 or 는, 이다, B, 이다. And the sentence we just saw is using this pattern. 새로운 언어는 새로운 삶이다. 새로운 언어는 새로운 삶이다. It sounds very, very long, but 는 here, 는, 이다, 이다. So 새로운 언어 is 새로운 삶. This is just sentence pattern that we are going to learn. And you just need to know the vocabulary now. Hello, Crizel and Steven. Some students are joining. Still joining. Baby Omei. Wow. 새로운. 새로운 means new. 언어 means language. New language is something. Okay? Oh, 새로운 again. That means new, right? 삶. 삶 means life. So new life. New language is a new life. Can you guys get it now? 하이포 제핫 준다. wilma 데모 안녕하세요. So 새로운 언어는 새로운 삶이다. I totally agree with this. By learning a new language, you actually learning a new culture, new thought of the country. Well, that's what I learned by learning English and Japanese. Beyond the Scene, could you please do a video on particles someday? Wow, that's a good idea. Sure, I'll make it. But today's particle is this. 은 and 는. 은 and 는. And Christine just said topic marking particles. Nice. May. What does it mean in this sentence? So 새로운 means new. 언어 means language. 새로운 means new again. 삶 means life. So it means 따란, new language is a new life. So if you want a new life, learn Korean with me. Yes. So second quote. So we just learned a new pattern, right? Let's practice the pattern more. 내 언어적 한계는 내 세계의 한계다. 내 언어적 한계는 내 세계의 한계다. Yes, this is using exactly the same sentence pattern. A is B. A is this. This seems very, very long, but let's break it down together. 내 means my. 내 is shortened form of 나의. 나 means me, and 의 is sex. So it's my possess. So I possess it. So my. 나의 means my, and 내 is just shortened form of 나의. So 내 means my. 언어적. This is a word for advanced learner. Anyone knows this meaning? 언어. We just learned 언어, right? 언어 means language. So 언어적 means linguistic or verbal or just language. 언어적. This is for advanced learners. 언어적 means linguistic or verbal. 한계 means limit. So my linguistic limit is something. 내, again my, 세계 means world. I just explained this, right? 의 means like or like of in English. So 세계 means worlds. I can explain more about 의 actually. 의 is like or of, but in English you say cover of the book. Cover of the book, you say it this way, right? But in Korea, the order is different. So we say 책 of is 의, right? Cover is 표지. Just like this. So the book's cover or cover of book. In English, you have two different ways to say it. The book's cover is pretty, or the cover of the book is pretty. But in Korea, we have this. 책의 표지. 책의 표지. Of is 의. 책의 표지. Or you can omit this and just say 책 표지. 책 표지. To say simply. 책 표지. So this is the grammar rule about 의. So again, 세계의 한계다 means my words limit or limit of my words. So my linguistic limit is limit of my words. Do you agree with it? Well, in natural English, it will be more like the limits of my language are the limits of my world. Well, that's true. If you speak one language, you will see the world in that language only, right? But if you learn another language like Korean, then you learn how Korean people think and how Korean people live, and then you can see different way of living. So 내 언어적 한계는 내 세계의 한계다. 타니, 저는 한국어 공부를 좋아해요. I like learning Korean language. That's good to hear that. Is Korean difficult to learn to you? Also, this reading 따란 이다 is actually written form, not spoken form, right? Written form. So in the spoken form, you will be saying 이야 or 이에요 or 입니다. 입니다 is very familiar, right? 입니다. 이야, 이에요, 입니다. This is casual, this is standard, and this is very polite. So if you change 이다 to this, it will be spoken form. Spoken form. Okay, the next. 다른 언어는 삶의 다른 비전이다. Well, can you see this? 다른 언어. 는 here. 삶의 다른 비전이다. Well, nice reading practice because we have the same pattern again. 다른 언어는 삶의 다른 비전이다. So A is B. A is 다른 언어. 다른 언어. We talk about 언어 again and again, so I think you can remember 언어 now, right? 언어 means language. 다른 means different language. 삶의 다른 비전이다. Again, we have this 의. So life's different vision. Jenju, I definitely agree with that. Me too. We are on this. We have the same opinion. Christian said Korean is very easy. Oh, okay. I agree. Korean is easy, right? And even though this sentence looks very long, we are just using the same sentence pattern. So life's different vision. Different language is life's different vision. Did you get what it means? So in natural English, it will be more like this. A different language is a different vision of life. Well, that's true. This one is my favorite. Oh, nice. Beyond the Sea. Please make a note and then put it on your desk and read it always whenever you study Korean. And let's move on. 무지의 좋은 해결책은 언어 지식이다. Did you find the sentence pattern again? Did you find it? 무지의 좋은 해결책은 언어 지식이다. Yes, the sentence seems very long, but if you understand the sentence pattern, sentence structure, it won't be so difficult. A is B again. What is A? 무지의 좋은 해결책. B is 언어 지식. Okay, let's break down this A first. 무지의 좋은. It means 무지의 좋은 해결책. 무지의 좋은 해결책. Let's break it down. This is describing this noun. This noun means solution. 해결책. Solution. 해결책. What 해결책 is it? 무지의 좋은. 좋은 means good. 무지 means ignorance. So this is basically the solution which is good for ignorance. Solution that is good for ignorance is 언어 지식이다. 언어 지식. What is 언어 지식? 언어, again, it means language, right? 지식 means knowledge. Knowledge. 언어 지식 means language, knowledge. Literally. So, 무지의 좋은 해결책. 무지의 좋은 해결책. That means the solution that is good for ignorance is language knowledge. Do you get it? Okay, so let's see the better English translation. I just translated literally, but in English it would be better to say the great remedy for ignorance is knowledge of languages. Knowledge of languages. 무지의 좋은 해결책은 언어 지식이다. Actually, it also has very good sentence pattern here. 무지의 좋은. Let's delete 무지. And then maybe let's add 몸. 몸 means body. And then instead of 해결책, we can use 약. 약 means medicine. So it means medicine that is good for your body. So medicine that is good for your health. 몸에 좋은 약. 몸에 좋은 약. 몸에 좋은 약. So blah blah에 좋다 is very nice sentence pattern. So please remember that too. Like 몸에 좋다, that means it's good for your health. Or 감기. 감기에 좋다, that means good for, it literally means good for cold, but it's more like good for healing your cold or healing something. 감기. Or any disease, okay. Any disease is okay. So blah blah에 좋다 is sentence pattern you can remember. Oops. Okay, let's move on. Can you find the sentence pattern again here? 언어에 대한 지식은 지혜를 찾을 수 있는 길이다. Again, it's just using this sentence pattern. Just the A and B is getting longer, so it looks complicated, but it's not. A, 언어, language. 에 대한 means about, knowledge. So the knowledge about language is something. 지혜 means wisdom. 찾을 수 있는, then you can find this wisdom. 길이다, the way. So the way to find wisdom. The knowledge about language is the way to find wisdom. It literally means. 이하나, 네. 네. Nice student. And, oh, Kezia, that's okay. Even though you are late, you joined. Thank you, Kezia. So the better English translation is, 따란, knowledge of language is the doorway to wisdom. The doorway to wisdom. Next. 외국어를 한다는 것은 두 번째 영혼을 갖는 것이다. Again, the same sentence pattern, right? Let's break it down. The A is 외국어를 한다는 것. This means 외국어 means foreign language. 한다는 것 means speaking, the doing. It literally means to do the foreign language, but the same as speaking or knowing the foreign language is 두 번째 영혼을 갖는 것이다. To possess, 갖는 것 means to possess, right? 두 번째 means second. 영혼 means soul. So it literally means to know another language is to possess second soul. Second soul. This sentence pattern is really useful. You can use it other ways, right? In other many different sentences, right? 외국어를 한다는 것은 두 번째 영혼을 갖는 것이다. To have another language is to possess a second soul. Okay. This is finally a different sentence pattern. 두 가지 언어를 아는 사람은 두 사람의 가치가 있다. 두 가지 언어를 아는 사람은 두 사람의 가치가 있다. 따란. A has B. It's very simple, right? In English. So in Korean too. A has B. A is this. Whew, and B is this. Since this is too long, I'll give you another sentence. 수진. 수진 is, well, someone's name. 수진 has a cat. Yay. I'm a cat person. 수진 has a cat. 수진 is 수진. 은 or 는. I explained this. 수진 이는 has a cat. Cat is 고양이. 고양이가 because it ended with vowel, so I use 가. But if this noun, this word is ended with consonant, you're gonna use this. 고양이가 있다. 따란. 수진이는 고양이가 있다. This means 수진 has a cat. 수진 has a cat. So, yes, this is sentence pattern. This A is the person. 아는 사람. 사람 means person. 아는 means know. Two languages. So, the person who knows two languages has 두 사람의 가치. 가치 means the value. we just learned right? Value of two people. So the person who knows two languages has the value of two people. Ta-da! The better English translation is, a man who knows two languages is worth two men. So these are sentence patterns, and from now on it will get really long, so we are not gonna do everything, but let's look at the meaning. 최소 두 가지 언어를 이해할 때까지 결코 한 언어를 이해하지 못한다. Here the important thing is 까지 here. 까지. 까지. 까지 means until. So until what? Until 최소 means minimum. 두 가지 언어 means two languages. Understand. So until you understand minimum or at least two languages, never one language understand. Did you get it? Until you understand at least two languages, you cannot understand, you can never understand one language. That's true because by learning English and Japanese, I actually learned more about Korean because Korean is my mother tongue, so I always naturally spoke. But after learning the different languages, I started understanding the differences and understand more about the Korean language too. This one. 상대가 이해하는 언어로 말하면 상대의 머리로 간다. 상대의 모국어로 말하면 상대의 마음으로 간다. This is a popular quote from Nelson Mandela. 상대가 이해하는 언어. The language the other person understands. 상대의 머리로 간다. It goes to 상대, the other person's head. So here the 면 means if, right? So if you speak the language they understand, that goes to their head directly. 상대의 모국어 means it's the other person's mother tongue. 로 말하다 means you speak in that language. 면, again, if. So if you speak the language of the speaker's mother tongue, 상대의 마음으로 간다. It goes to the listener's heart. So in better English, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his own language, that goes to his heart. So if you want to deliver some message to someone and someone is foreigner, yeah, you should definitely use their mother tongue. Then they will understand the deep meaning of your message too. Last one. 새로운 언어를 하게 될 때마다 새로운 인생을 산다. 한 언어만 할 줄 안다면 하나의 인생을 사는 것이다. So this is my last message. If you live a new life for every new language you speak. If you know just one language, you live only once. Oh no! So you know Korean and English, so you live at least two. Twice, right? Jenjo says, so true, yeah. And Altif, Daisy, and CH Majid, thank you for your comments every week. You are late, but you can always watch this video again later, right? So, 새로운 언어를 하게 될 때마다 새로운 인생을 산다. 한 언어만 할 줄 안다면 하나의 인생을 사는 것이다. So since you know Korean, you live different language too. Different life too, which is something related to Korean. Barsay, I love that having a second language is having a second soul. Oh, nice one. Yes. So guys, before leaving, if you are not familiar with the Korean alphabet, this lesson must be so hard, right? But don't worry, we prepared the worksheet for you, so it's all here. Ta-da! So check out this worksheet. The link is in the description. You can practice and learn new vocabulary, and there's some quizzes too. So please check it out. You can find the Hangul video too to master the Korean alphabet quickly. So, oh, there are some late students, but please don't worry. We always upload this video on YouTube and Facebook after the lesson. So please check it out again. So thank you so much, guys. And next week, since this is the end of the year, we are not going to study Korean, but we are going to play a Korean word game. So please join the class again and let's play, let's hang out next week. So thank you, guys. It will be November 27th, the Thursday as usual, 1 p.m. in Korean time. So thank you guys and see you next week. Let's play a game next week together. Bye bye.